the golf experience has changed over time. It used to be a little bit more like tartan. You think about it as, your grandpa's leather couch and his old wood clubs. But over the last decade or so, the golf landscape has changed dramatically and modernized dramatically.
We have Mike Reichman here at the Rosen Injury Law Studio from Strokes and Drivers. It is a Fort Lauderdale indoor golf simulator. Unbelievable space. It's got food, drinks, an amazing place to have your next networking event, or just go and hang out and work on your stroke, get some lessons, go with your friends, and have a great time.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
Tell me about like the space. So Strokes and Drivers, what is it? Where is it located?
Yeah, so Strokes and Drivers is in Fort Lauderdale, inside of the Sistrunk Marketplace and Sports Bar. So it's inside of a food hall, and the concept for me was to find a space that offered food and beverage as well as an event space where people feel comfortable, similar to what you have at, say, a Topgolf style, where there's a level of entertainment, where it's good for adults and teenagers and young children, as well as a nightlife aspect.
I think what I love about your concept, the location itself is, I think, phenomenal, right? Because you have that whole downtown area, then you have kind of like the surrounding, cities like Davie and Plantation, so people don't have to drive all the way up to Pompano or all the way down to wherever to go to one of these big places. They are able to go, they play golf, have food. Was that kind of like your thought process?
Yeah, my thought process was to be centrally located in downtown Fort Lauderdale. So you could take exit 27, 28, or 29, and you're not going to hit all that downtown Fort Lauderdale traffic. And we're also right by Flagler Village. We're a 5-minute walk from the new Brightline train station, and we're 5 minutes from Las Olas. So we get a lot of people that are coming for conferences, that have large groups, because we could accommodate up to 100 people standing in our space.
Wow. So that is like a big space. I mean, I know that, like you mentioned Topgolf, again, you have to kind of drive up north or head south. It is a big space, but I think it's nice that you're able to host people. You have the food, and are there different options of food? It's not just like one, like just one menu where you can get from one place.
Yeah, so we have several different varieties of food, different concepts from Mexican style to Italian style to like American fare with hamburgers, and then we also have like special secret menus which offer all different types of fun stuff. And we have 2 bars. We have a center bar with all your standard cocktails and beers, and then we have a craft bourbon bar as well. We share the space with the food concept, with the bar concept, also with a axe throwing concept called Chops and Hops. We also have a dessert concept called Makamochi. And then there are events on Friday and Saturday nights. We have live music. So that starts later in the evening, closer to 10 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. And really, our all year round concept is great for South Florida because we have air conditioning when it's too hot in the summer, and we're indoors when it's a rainy season. So you could play any style of golf that you want, from mini golf to Pebble Beach, whenever you want. You just book a bay online, and you could be there and be playing within 5 or 10 minutes, depending how close you are.
I didn't even think about that, but when you're playing the virtual golf, right, and you're hitting, where are you hitting into?
So you're hitting into an HD screen. So there's a HD projector and a launch monitor that captures your swing architecture and then the ball spin, and it projects that flight of the ball onto the screen. So it's just like being at the golf course. Good and bad shots are equally viable, no matter who you are.
Now, I know, does it track, I guess, distance and things like that, so you can see how far did I just hit my first drive, or if I use my wedge, what's the distance?
Distance, loft, ball swing, smash factor. There's over 20 different types of ball interactions that are captured through the launch monitor. It's very high-tech equipment. It has over a dozen cameras in it with infrared screening that captures all the different spin factors of the ball.
I love that this is like the most modern type of concept. And then, I mean, listen, if someone comes in there and they want to drive the ball, are they able to hit it like as hard as they want, or is there something they have to hold back? I mean, I've never done it. I haven't done it before, so explain it.
So of course you could come in and hit it as hard as you want. If you're someone who is more of a professional golfer, like I have friends that are in Q school. Shout out to Leo, who comes in and he's striping it over 300 yards. But then we have junior golfers that come in. Shout out to Brian, who is our junior 11-year-old. He hits it down the fairway 250 yards, no problem. You're hitting it into a screen that's 10 feet away from you, and basically that screen captures everything, and there's no issues with the screen at all. The ball doesn't bounce back. It doesn't hit you. There's no ricochet factor, so you could come in and hit the ball as hard as you want.
Is it like, so is the screen some type of like a vinyl or something like that, or is it a hard screen? How does it not have the bounce factor?
So there's some flex to the screen. It's an HD projection screen that's made specifically for this type of golf simulation. So you'll see them all different types of screens out there in the market that are available. These come from Europe, as well as the launch monitors. So they're high definition projection screens with some flex to them.
What I love about and this is a new business. Like, how long has it been open, and how are you letting like the world know in Fort Lauderdale and like Broward County and Miami and Palm Beach? How are you letting people know about this new business?
Sure. We've been open since the end of August, and we've had some great events. We hosted a VIP night for the Golf Creator Open, which had over 200 golf creators. We've had some corporate events with many of the local developers and construction companies, as well as lawyers in the area. We're connected with a lot of the associations in Broward County, like Visit Broward, Visit Fort Lauderdale, who have been great to work with, and really getting into the community. So meeting the local managers of the residences on and around Flagler Village, all the way down to Las Olas, because there is a construction boom in that area, and we're capitalizing on all of the people that are wanting to play golf in Fort Lauderdale, just very local. And we also have a lot of people that reach out to us through social media. That's how we connected. So my background is in digital marketing, so using content and SEO and social media. We're very active on social media, so we're always doing contests and giveaways, and we run leagues, and we run closest to the pin events, as well as working with all the local South Florida influencers, from food influencers to entertainment influencers to real estate influencers. I mean, there's an influencer for every category.
Yeah. No, it's what I love is your background in the digital marketing space and how you're able to translate that into this business that you put together. And the business, what I love about it also is it's bringing people together. You know what I mean? Like, there was so much time, like during COVID and all this stuff, where like people just separated, and like people are staying home, they're not going out, they're working remotely. But like, this is like it's bringing people together. Good food, a good activity. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and that's actually when I hatched the idea. So I started playing golf again during COVID. I lived up in New York at that time, and we had some free time. Everybody wanted to get out, but we didn't want to be too close to each other. So the golf courses became a place for all of the wannabe golfers, as well as beginner, intermediate golfers, to go out and have a sense of camaraderie without being on top of one another. So I started thinking about it, started putting a pencil to paper, and built out some spreadsheet models of how this could work and how many bays you need to have an optimized business strategy. And 2 years later, I found the right fit in Fort Lauderdale, and Strokes and Drivers came to fruition. And we're having a very good time doing it and meeting a lot of great people. And fortunate for us, it's a vibe right now. There's a lot of people that are out there with the golf simulation businesses. They're popping up, almost, every 20 to 30 miles in Florida. So it's really capitalizing on that hype that's going on right now.
Yeah, that's a really good hype. And almost like I'm picturing, because I haven't been there yet, but I'm going to throw a party there. I mean, it's like, it is bound to happen within the next, like, probably 3 months or so. I'm going to bring a crew over there to have fun.
Would love it.
Is it like, I'm picturing like a beer garden almost. Like, is it like got that kind of a vibe to it where like you have like the restaurant here and people can have, they can get beer, they can get wine, they can get alcohol, and they're kind of like, it's all almost an intermixed space?
It's like a big brewery type of sports bar feel to it. So there used to be a brewery in the space. Now it's all been converted to like a large sports bar. So there's TVs, there's a lot of high top tables, there's some low top tables, there's a big center bar, and we're right in the far right corner. We take about 20% of the space, and we use it for golf simulation and for training. We do leagues, we do the events like you were just talking about. But people have, a birthday party, and they book a bay, and they bring 10 people down, and we have full service at our space. You just order your food, you order your drinks, and they're brought to you. It's really easy. It's all very much done on an app. Same thing for booking. You book your bay on an app, and that way you reserve your space, and you don't have to worry about walk-ins. You could bring your clubs. If you don't have clubs, we rent your clubs. But we prefer if you bring your clubs, because then it's more of a real experience.
Got it. But you do have clubs. If people don't have a club, I don't have clubs. I can rent them. I can get a driver and putter.
Righty, lefty, men's, ladies, juniors. We actually have quite a lot of clubs.
So I know we mentioned this just before, but like, what was it like about your where did this passion for golf come from, and then translating it into this business?
Sure. So experiential marketing is something that I've always been passionate about. I've worked with companies like Kroger Supermarket and Murray's Cheese in the food and beverage, and building, a food theme experience, working with companies like Urban Outfitters, building a fashion theme experience. And this really came to fruition because the golf experience has changed over time. It used to be a little bit more like tartan. You think about it as, your grandpa's leather couch and his old wood clubs. But over the last decade or so, and you could probably attribute most of this to Tiger and Rory, the golf landscape has changed dramatically and modernized dramatically. And now with the onset of live golf, things are really popping with golf. And there's so many entrepreneurial clothing brands with golf. There's even special beverage brands. Shout out to our friends at Course Record that just came out with a golf energy drink.
Oh, I like it. So they're niching down. You mentioned Tiger. You mentioned Rory. You didn't mention Happy. Happy is definitely there.
Happy is definitely there, and Happy too. Great success there. We actually have a Happy Gilmore golf bag that we're going to have a Christmas contest for. So thank you, Eric, for dropping that one, because that's going to be a good one, and we'll have that up on the Instagram page. We also have a e-bike contest that's going to be happening this week, and it's going to run through Thanksgiving, where Sunshine Golf Carts, who's a partner of ours, is going to partner with Icon e-bikes, and we're going to be giving away an Icon e-bike. That's a $2,000 e-bike on Thanksgiving Day. So check the Instagram.
Wow. So how, is there a way someone can I guess, do they have to show up to the place? They got to play. How do they get this giveaway?
This one is fairly simple. It's a like and follow and share on Instagram, but you have to be in South Florida to pick up the e-bike. So that's really the only caveat. Otherwise, you're going to have a long trip to wherever you're going to be taking that e-bike.
All right. Well, I hope you get a whole bunch of likes and follows, and I love that stuff, because this is digital marketing is your thing.